Hello and welcome to the RLIS Season 3 Rising Star Grand Final. Most important match of the calendar, Redport. What do you think heading into it?
That's for sure. Definitely the most important division, A lot of people trying to get up and out to higher tiers. So we'll see what happens here. I think it's going to be a very close match. I think the Gales were the stronger team coming through the league play, but Setanta there in the semi-finals definitely showing that they've come together as a team more. And I think they'll be able to put it up to the Gales here again. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely. We saw a very dominant performance coming out last week from Setanta. Of course, getting the sweep in the semi-finals with Solo being an especially essential player to the team. Do you think Solo will be able to carry that through? Or do you think the nerves are going to get to him?
We have seen him affected by nerves before. I think his teammates should let him know that he is the main man. They are going to support him, and I think they'll be fine if that happens.
Okay, well, we'll head right into Game 1, Grand Finals, most important tier in the whole of RLIS. Setanta versus the Gales, Game 1 of the Trees. And we are off. Of course, immediately we have Chuck Lama. Player that was a very dominant player last week, doing his best, helping Solo out a lot in the 2s and 3s, playing a great third man. He's going to be heading there today, trying to keep up with himself and just making sure that he's keeping up to his continued pace that he was doing last week. You think Chuck Lama will have it in him to do it 2 weeks in a row, Redport? You think he's going to be struggling today?
No, I think so. I think Lama is definitely a person who is calm, cool. I think he shows up in playoffs, especially in finals. You see, he has that tag from last season, so I think it'd be very unlike him to show up today.
Definitely. We'll have a look. Solo clearing it off as no near post. Jay Clone, good meet in the midfield out to Sean Moore. Sean Moore puts it into his own corner. Solo. Bad rotation coming out from Setanta. Managed to clear it though very well. Ben, good shot in target. Sean Moore taps it out to the right to Solo. Solo taking his time, pops it past Jay Clone. We'll follow this one up into the blue right corner. Of course, the debate this season a lot, Redport, Big Balls Brown versus Solo. Who do you have today? Who do you think is going to be the more decisive player?
It's hard to know now. I think Big Balls Brown. He's definitely a bit more. How would I say it? He's definitely able to play with his team a bit better, as we've seen through the league. Like, they kind of respect each other a bit more. But I think Solo's kind of gotten over that hump. So it's hard to know. I think they're both very good players. They both have their strength. It's really just who plays around their team better today.
Definitely. Well, we'll see. Chuck Lama bringing it out in his own corner. Gets it past Jay Clone. 1v1 to back. Tries to pop it into the corner. Big Balls Brown there to meet him. Passes it out to midfield. Solo, good follow-up into that near post. Great save by Jay Clone. Very close in the shot from Solo. Chuck Lama into his own corner. Brings around Jay Clone off his own cross. Very unfortunate for Setanta. Ball rolling out. Sean Moore meets it. Puts it into his own corner. Gets beaten to the boost by Jay Clone. May prove a vital part. Aaron misses the cross across. Jay Clone cuts the rotation. Gets that touch away from Solo. Solo gets a good demo on midfield. Sean Moore and Chuck is half for one another. Chuck backs off. Sean Moore good 50. Solo versus Jay Clone. Jay Clone gets beaten by the ball by Solo. Sean Moore at the far right. Aaron, good clear up. See a very 50-50 game, Redport, so far. Who do you think is going to have the edge and getting that break-even goal?
It seems like Setanta are a bit more harsh on the attacking side right now, just as I say it. Yeah, they've definitely had a bit more attacking prowess. Nigel is not looking as strong defensively, getting a bit tangled up in the defense. You could see there, just as I said, Lama showing up. Lama's doing really well right now, adding that pressure, and he was there for that ball. I think Setanta definitely just edging out. Nigels is a stronger team here.
Yeah, definitely. Setanta, a very dominant force. They did start the season off the best. The team really struggling with chemistry issues at the start of the season. But Chuck Lama, again, with a very close shot. Aaron does well to get it out of his own net. Open to a counter attack, but Chuck Lama is doing very well as a third man, just holding back, knowing his team's pressure. Aaron beats the ball with Sean Moore. Solo, great speed to get it out from his corner. Jay Clone cuts again. Chuck Lama out to the right. We see a lot of cutting going on so far from the Gales, Redport. Do you think that's going to cause an issue, or do you think they're going to be able to keep it going?
I think when the pressure gets on, it can cause an issue. If they're given the space, they'll be fine with it. But if Setanta start to put on real pressure, that cutting is going to cause them issues.
Yeah, definitely. We see Chuck Lama once again playing that really dominant third man, just sitting very far back, just allowing his two more mechanically gifted teammates just get that going. Well, I think we'll be able to see that a lot more coming out in the twos. I'll be expecting Solo and Chuck Lama. It's Chuck Lama with a great
Oh
read,
man,
Redport.
yeah, Chuck Lama absolutely showing up here. Like, really not. We didn't see much of him in league play, but look at that, absolutely completely different player here today. I can't believe it. Really just acting as that third man, keeping that pressure, and even more than keeping that pressure, scoring them goals that really you wouldn't think he'd be able to get.
Yeah, definitely. That's a very hard goal to score, Redport, I'm sure you know. And Chuck Lama really just taking every chance he gets. Jacklon misses that ball at near post. Chuck Lama, great 50 into the far opposition corner. Big balls Brown. Really trying to get something going for his team. Got that creative factor in. Solo miss it, but Sean Moore, like excellent recovery save at his near post. Solo gets it over Jacklon. Sean Moore on the follow-up. Double commit with Solo. Solo tries to pop it under. Chuck Lama, good dunk. It's going to be awkward for Ben. He doesn't get it. Sean Moore off the crossbar by an excellent save by Jacklon. Aaron stuck in his own corner, struggling to get the ball away from Chuck Lama. Jacklon up for the aerial. Misses that ball again. A very shaky start from the Gales, Redport. I think it's going to continue on through the twos.
I'm not too sure. It's kind of hard for me to think who will be on in the twos, but they definitely want to get some momentum going here if they want to keep the hopes alive in this threes game. They do have the talent, they do have the speed, the ability. They're just not seeing it. You can see they're a bit of double committing, but I think that's going to be it here for the threes.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Setanta really just showing the dominance. And the Gales, a lot of mechanical errors. They really have to get their heads screwed on there heading into the twos here. That's finished 3-0. Sean Moore with an excellent finish from Solo's pass. Very, very interesting start to the series of today, Redport. Do you think they'll be able to continue this momentum, or do you think they're going to struggle into the twos?
I think twos would be Nagale's stronger game mode, especially if they put on Big Balls Brown and Aaron. I think they're both more so twos players than threes. Better, definitely. They do cut a bit, and that will help them in the twos. I think they'll show up in the twos. I think their threes is a little bit weak in terms of positioning, so Satanta definitely came out on top there.
Definitely, as Setanta, we've seen a lot of mistakes coming out from all of the Gales. No one really in particular causing mistakes, just very small mechanical errors coming out. I think they'll be able to sort this out heading into twos. And the Gales, a very dominant side, as they should be in the final. We see Solo and Aaron coming out versus, it's going to be Solo and Chuck Lamb versus Aaron and Ben. A very, very tight match. It'd be very hard to call a favourite here, Redport, but I'm going to ask you for one.
I'm gonna go with Nagales on this one. I don't think twos is Chuck Lama's best game mode. I think he played well there the other day in the semi-final, but I think Big Balls Brown and Aaron are two very mechanically gifted players, two players that love to keep pressure. And I think if they get around Solo, Lama might not be able to handle the pressure.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Solo, of course, the standout player, but we did see Lama in that threes series playing a very good game. Did score twice with excellent finishes, one with a ridiculously good corner race. We'll see if he can keep it up heading into twos, and if he can, I'd find it hard to believe that Solo and him will struggle at all. It's a great pass middle by Lama. Solo immediately with the first goal, Redport.
Oh man, Lama playing an absolute blinder. Look at them picking up both boosts, really making it difficult. None of the lads rotating back post, unfortunately, but Lama just playing an absolute blinder today. Fair play to him.
Yeah, Lama really just playing out of his boots. He wasn't expected to be a carry today, but he's really putting on a show for everyone in the stream. As Aaron misses another mechanical error, this will be awkward for the team. Bounces straight into the middle of the net. Solo gets on the end of it, hits it off the post. Very, very unfortunate. Couldn't just get around it. And it's a poor shot attempt from the Gales. Ben goes for a challenge. Solo does get flicked. Solo, very good player on the ball. Good communication from Setanta. Chuck Lamb with a good 50, keeping the pressure in. Aaron beats the ball by Solo. Chuck Lama. Great 50 on the Ben. Solo taking it down, taking a nice catch, brings it onto the wall. Solo, very gifted player in Rising Star coming off walls. Goes for that flip reset, does get it. Doesn't get the touch you're looking for, ran out of boost. Chuck Lama does get bumped, and this might be 1-all, Red, but what has happened here?
Yeah, I don't think Lama is very good as that second man there. You can see he wasn't able to avoid that bump. Big Wallace Brown just showing his physical prowess there. Really just a good play, good counterattack from the Gales there, and I think they should have taken that first chance they got. It could be 2-1 here, but see how it goes.
Definitely. Solo. Taking his time, taking control of that ball. Doesn't want to keep the speed. Wants to keep the speed at his own pace rather than giving it to someone else. Chuck misses that challenge, leaving Solo in a 1v1 against Aaron. 2v1 there, the Ben comes midfield. Solo, a very quick challenge, stops that infield pass right at the root. Ben pops into the wall, uses a lot of his own boost, doesn't get much of the contact on the ball. Solo pops past Aaron. Chance on net, leaves it for Ben's clear, knows that Ben's low on boost. Great challenge by Solo. Chuck Lamb just holding back, doesn't want to get beaten to the ball. Solo again. Hits it out to the left. As Chuck Lamb follows up, but doesn't quite make contact with it. Solo, out to the right hand side, following up near post. Beats the ball by Big Balls Brown again. Lama. Bounce shot on target, Aaron. Does well as near post, gets a good clear on it. Solo, good clear into his far corner. Ben in awkward position, low on boost. Solo takes the boost and retreats. Lama. Leaves the ball for Solo, doesn't want to waste any time. Solo pops over one. Goes for the bump. Doesn't quite get the bump on Ben as the ball was floating wide anyways. Aaron pops it out to Lama with a poor clear, and Lama just puts it wide at the near post. How do you think this game is going for Setanta as we talk now, Redport?
I think Setanta are keeping up the pressure. I think there's a little bit of nerves getting to them. Their first touches aren't amazing, whatnot. But I think Setanta are keeping great pressure here. They're challenging early out of defense. They're stopping those offensive attacks, and I think they're just holding their own here about him, and it's a pretty level game right now.
Yeah, boost management, a very big thing in twos, and I think we see Setanta with that boost management. Do you think that's going to be a decisive factor in the twos, Redport? Or do you think the Gales will be able to deal with the low boost?
I think it's hard to know because the likes of Big Balls Brown very good at playing without boost. You've seen that in the ones earlier on in the league, and it's hard to call. It's hard to call. That's all I got to say about that, really.
Definitely. We'll see. Over time, the abrasion sort of attack from Setanta will eventually take effect. There'll be a lot less pads on the ground. But the Gales are doing well here, easing off that pressure. Solo a good clear. Puts out to mid-right. Lama, faked out by Ben. Ben on one-on-one. Solo with a big 50. You might be able to follow this one up as it hits the post. Aaron is very fortunate. The ball rolls up instead of coming out. Good clear by Aaron. Solo again, cuts off. Passes the ball midfield to Big Balls Brown. Goes for the shot. Solo does well as near post. Lama, good pass out to the left. Aaron, down to Big Balls Brown. Good shot on target. Just over, and Lama does well to get it out, but Aaron is there for the follow-up, Redport.
Yeah, just a great play there from Aaron to get it down to Big Balls Brown. Not the most amazing shot, but it worked out in his favour. Lama wasn't expecting to come down off the crossbar, couldn't get the greatest clearance. Aaron just there showing the strength of his play style, being able to keep the pressure up and being there for that spilled ball.
Yeah, definitely. Chuck Lama. Setanta have a lot of pressure, Redport, but they're really struggling to get chances. They're very dominant chances. Do you think this will be a bad thing in the last 30 seconds heading into this?
Yes, I do, definitely. Like if they haven't been able to take their chances up until now, they're going to find it hard to take chances now that the Gales are in that offensive position. Just as I say it, Caster's curse.
Every time we talk about someone missing a goal, they just go up and score one, Redport.
Yeah. Great, absolutely great challenge there by Lama. Really took Big Balls Brown by surprise there and just gave it to Solo for the really easy open net. Lama playing a blinder.
Just showing his speed off all today. Every bit of his game has just been fast. A little bit of a mix-up from the Gales. That leaves Lama, one-on-one, 100 boost each. Fakes out Aaron, takes his time. Tries to get over the Solo. Ben reads it very well, gets that ball at 50s. Ben up. Decent shot on target. Solo has to deal with it. He does. To double commit though, an open net. And it's very awkward for Solo. They might have a chance. The Gales. Oof, Redport. What has happened? I think there could have been a goal there.
I think Aaron should have left it for Big Balls Brown. I think he was just getting a bit ahead of himself there. But anyways, they still have a chance. So
An overcommit coming out from Solo, leading to an open net. Aaron does not make contact. Aaron really struggling with the nerves today, I think, Redport. Do you think he's going to be able to sum that up now heading into the end of this overtime?
I think if they win this match, the nerves might lie down, but if he makes a mistake here, they're only going to become more, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Solo seems to be calm under pressure so far, not making many mistakes. He's trying to keep an aggressive game, but also one that's not overcommitting. Does get the pop on Ben into the far post. An excellent solo play from Solo himself. What do you think, Redport?
Yeah, I just think that's all the ones he's been playing this season. You can see he's got champ 2-on-1s, and that's where he shows that just you don't want to get Solo in those one-on-one plays. He's just going to take control.
And Solo, once again, living up to his name, being the best player in Rising Star by a landslide, if I may say so myself, this season. We've watched many games with himself and other players, and realistically, it's just been a very rough day for everyone he's played against so far this season. The only team that gave him a chance, or put up a chance against him, was the Gales. And even today, it's going to be a really long day for the Gales, I'm afraid, Redport. Do you think the ones will be different now heading out with Solo?
I think Solo is going to have a bit more confidence coming in to this game today. He's already played Big Balls Brown in the league. He knows how to play against him. I think Solo is a very adaptive player. I think he's going to give him a much better game today than he did in the league. It's going to be a good ones game if that's the players they're going to play. That I would assume so.
Yeah, I think Ben, a bit of a counter to Solo, really. A little bit slower play, a lot more smart. Doesn't usually focus on his mechanics a lot, as Solo does a lot. Aaron actually coming out for the ones here today. A bit of a change up. Aaron
Oh,
versus Sean Moore. I think there's a little bit of tactics coming out from each team.
yeah.
It's something none of us were really expecting. As Satanta, 2 up in the series so far.
Yeah.
Heading in hoping Sean Moore is going to take down Aaron. It'll be an interesting competition. It'll be very, very interesting against these two. As Sean Moore immediately goes straight through Aaron on the kickoff. 2 seconds, 1-0 Redport.
I think Aaron's nerves are going to get the better of him here. I think he needs to. I just think he needs to be a lot more. I just think he needs to play to his strengths now in this one's game. He needs to be fast. He needs to be chasey. He needs to get those good 50s. He is a very fast player. I think his nerves are just getting the better of him here, though he's making silly decisions.
Definitely, them decisions. Sean Moore is going to punish every time. You see Aaron, maybe not in that one's mindset, Redport. Not really sure when to go for boost and when to go to ball. And I think Sean Moore, a bit more experience in the ones, might be able to punish him in them situations. Sean Moore on the kickoff again, looking to win another one. Aaron does win this one. Is he able to punish? He goes for boost again, Redport.
Yeah,
maybe not a smart idea.
I definitely think his nerves are getting the better of him here. Maybe boost control gets him a little more comfortable. I'm not too sure, but he's going to want to make up these 2 goals fast. And just as I say that, not looking good for him.
Yeah, it's really the worst possible start in ones. 3 goals after only 30 seconds. And you can just see him, Redport. He's overcommitting. He's going for boost over ball. He just looks lost on the pitch so far. And Sean Moore is taking no prisoners and putting that ball in the net. Let's see, maybe he can turn a new leaf. Aaron, once again, wins the kickoff. This time he does go for ball. Doesn't quite get that ground pin shot he was looking for. Sean Moore takes the boost. Maintains possession. 4:20 on the clock. 3-0 up. Sean Moore. Bring it out to his left-hand side. Sean Moore at this stage maybe he's going to slow down a little bit. Doesn't want to overreact. Doesn't want to overextend with the 3-0 lead he has. Ball's going to be awkward for Sean. Can Aaron get on the end? It's a great finish, Redport.
Yeah, great finish there from Aaron. You can see that might give him a little bit of confidence, should I say. See, doing his thing. Everyone knows Aaron likes to do the spins, and when he makes contact with the ball, it will be a good finish. So, if he can get over those nerves now, get those. He seems to be winning the kickoffs. If he can finish those kickoff wins, he'll be doing all right here in this one's game.
That may be interesting to see if Sean Moore maybe needs to change up his kickoff. I know he did win that first long kickoff for the initial goal, but he has lost every kickoff after that, and that's a terrible thing to have in ones. A kickoff in one's a very, very important aspect. May have to start putting in some fakes or slow kickoffs or some sort. Again, we see Aaron dominating the kickoff. He will be able to take ball and boost here, putting Sean Moore immediately under pressure. Going for this equaliser here now, Redport. Sean Moore really just struggling to get a grip of this game like he did in the first minute. Aaron. Fake Sean with the turn. Sean Moore maybe overcommits. Gets very fortunate that he gets that bump onto Aaron. But now he's awkward. Zero boost. Heading towards own net. Flicks it out and Aaron is there. We just get a great 50 to get out to the right. Aaron. Bringing it up the wall. Takes the 100 boost. Decides against the air dribble. Puts it against the back wall. Sean Moore. Decent touch. Aaron pressure. A bad miss, Redport. Maybe them nerves coming out again, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. It's just he's going to want to make the chances as easy as possible for himself now to get over them nerves. He's want to get a couple of just easy tap-ins is what he needs now before he starts shooting them Hail Marys, as I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see Sean Moore into Aaron's corner. Aaron gets a great bump onto him, just getting away from that boost. Gets possession and boost now. Aaron pops it out to his own right. Takes mid boost again. Sean Moore, 100 boost. Maybe faking Aaron out thinking he had no boost. Does go for the bump. Doesn't quite get contact on him. Does get it this time, but now he's overextending. Aaron has a good chance of the counter if he can get a good shot. Goes for the dribble rather than the shot. Might get the shot. Sean Moore with a great save, and Aaron won't be able to put it in. Aaron staying close on this one. Sean Moore taking his time. Tries to pop it around Aaron, but Aaron is quick to it. Aaron. Sean Moore's corner, taking his time. 100 boost. Sean Moore, good challenge. Aaron, decent shot on target. I think it's going to squeeze wide again, Redport. Another open net miss. I think this is going to be the story of this game so far. Just Aaron just not being able to squeeze them nets in.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, just as I was about to say it, Aaron with a great fake there. But Aaron definitely, after the first 30 seconds of the game, Aaron definitely looked like the stronger player here, really taking advantage of all his chances. Applying pressure, getting that boost control, getting those good 50s, getting those good kickoffs. Aaron definitely showing what he's made of here now after the first 30 seconds of the game.
Definitely Aaron doing bits here now after the last couple of minutes and a half. He's really turned on his head. He's thinking a lot more, not making as many silly mistakes he was making in the first power of the game. Sean Moore. I think Sean Moore still has the confidence. He doesn't seem to be struggling too much. Aaron, just as I say, Sean Moore gets 50 by Aaron, and Aaron just taps into the open net, Redport.
The caster's curse, man. The caster's curse. It's definitely a real thing. If it hasn't been confirmed before, it's confirmed now. But Sean Moore, I just think he's a little bit less mechanical. I'm not too sure about his experience in ones, but I think Aaron's been playing for a long time. Probably played a lot more ones games. So I think he has that bit of experience over Sean Moore here.
Possibly Aaron. Centers that across. Just putting a bit of pressure on Sean Moore. Not going for anything overextending. We see Sean Moore, very unfortunate. That boost didn't pop for him, but it did pop for Aaron as Aaron comes in for the touch. Sean Moore again, very low on boost. The story of his past minute and a half, Red, but Aaron just really controlling that boost completely. Do you think Sean Moore will be able to find his flow again without the boost, or do you think he's going to struggle?
I think Aaron's in control now, and Sean's going to have to pull off something crazy to get back that control. I think Aaron's definitely taken control since 30 seconds in. I think he had to get those nerves out of the way, and he's really showing his one's prowess now.
Definitely, Aaron just really grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck and just getting control of it after you could see them 3 goals. A hard thing to do, of course, getting that hope back after a poor start, but he's managed to do so. And as he continues to put in the goals, 5-3 minute remaining. 5-3, of course, and not a good ones lead at all. 2 goals, very quick succession, especially with the kickoffs that have happened in this game. Sean with an unfortunate landing, could have probably gotten the end of that if he recovered a little bit better. Aaron. Good 50 on the Sean Moore. Not the best idea with that pinch. Leaves the ball to Sean. Forces him to rotate out. Sean, 50 boost. I think Sean needs to be a little bit more quick, Redport, when you say Aaron's just really diving in on challenges and just getting every 50 he wants.
Definitely, with 30 seconds left, you want to be making quick plays. You want to be moving the ball up the pitch as much as possible. I think that's game for Aaron now. Aaron won't allow Sean to get the ball down the pitch far enough now to get 3 goals back in 30 seconds. That's my guess anyway.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one. Sean had no attacking pressure throughout the whole game. His 3 goals really just came off silly mistakes from Aaron. As we say that, a tip-off mistake leading into Aaron's own corner. Aaron, 0 boost. Still staying with it though. A bad miss on that. Sean Moore should be able to punish him here for the 6-4. He does so. 10 seconds remaining. 6-4. Very
I,
interesting game.
yeah, I don't think he's got it though. I don't think he's got it. I don't think I'm going to make enough mistakes now to concede 2 goals in 11 seconds.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree with you. I think it'd be a miracle if it was to happen. I think Sean would have to definitely win the next 2 kickoffs, which he does win one, but I don't think he won enough to get that shot on target earned as well. Just chewing out that clock. He knows there's very little time left. And he does get the save, and that will be game 3 to the Gales. That'll leave it 2-1 in the series overall, Redport. Who do you think is going to have it? What do you think? What mode do you think the Gales are going to put through?
Um, it's hard to know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't think they should put through the threes. They definitely look like the weaker team there. The twos, like you're still gonna have solo in any game. So you've got to wonder who can kind of take control of a game that solo is in. If I was on that team, if I was one of those players, I'd probably go with the twos and have Big Balls Brown and J Clone against and on the other team you're probably gonna have Solo and Sean Moore. That's what I would go with anyway.
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. I really wouldn't fancy ones against Solo, and the threes have been shocking today from the Gales. So I think the twos be their best bet. But even at that, I think Satanta would still be favourites heading into twos against Big Balls Brown and J Clone. We'll have to see what they do decide to put out. So far, very interesting matchup, very close in every game mode. No one really excelling anywhere. As we do see J Clone coming out immediately. We call it
Yeah,
Redport coming J Clone and Ben
yeah,
versus Sean Moore and Solo. Very interesting matchup. Two relatively uh, even teams, but I still think Solo's mechanics just really give him the edge on any Rising Star team. J Clone, a poor miss there to start off the game. 5 seconds in, could have been 1-0. Ben goes to dribble. Solo quick on that challenge. Solo taking his time. Does beat J Clone to the ball. Ben tries to pass to J Clone, but J Clone maybe not on the same page. Rotates out. Sean Moore does get bumped by Ben. Leaves it for Solo. J Clone taking that to the left. Solo beats him to the ball once again. The really story of this game so far is Solo just beating everyone to the ball. His speed is just on another level compared to everyone else in this field. Solo rotates out. Sean Moore caught a little bit high up the pitch. Ball put behind them. Sean Moore doesn't get the pre-flip block he was looking for, putting Solo in a really awkward spot. Ben Brown, good shot on left top corner, Redport.
yeah. I definitely think the Gales have a great chance in this one. Now, J Clone, you can see since the start of the season, J Clone has really come on as a player. You can see he's got prowess in the air. He's able to fast aerial. He's able to do it with precision. I don't think it's something Sean Moore has. Like J Clone has that good decision making. I think he's like reached Champ 2, maybe even close to Champ 3 in threes now. And I don't think that comes without a bit of knowledge for all game modes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So I definitely think J Clone and Big Balls Brown the stronger team here.
Yeah, I'd have to agree so far. Sean Moore and Solo really just struggling to be on that same page. Of course, Sean Moore and Solo, I'd like to say very similar play styles when you say Redport. A little bit aggressive play styles compared to Chuck Lamb and Solo, which are complete opposites.
Yeah, definitely. Like you can see there, they're both going for every ball. They're trying to take every chance they get. Definitely different from Lamb and Solo. This could work out in their favor. It does there. I think this is going to be a very good game now from next stream in this 20 seconds. I think both teams have a really good chance. It's just about who makes the better decisions. That's what this game is going to be down to, because I think they're almost, except for Solo, I think they're almost all on the same strengths in terms of mechanics, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to definitely be a very close game, but I think that the deciding factor is really just going to be a small mistake, and whoever makes that mistake is going to be very unfortunate. And I think if Satanta take this first game, it'll be a very, very hard game to get a 3-1 away. And J Clone with a great backwall read to immediately put him up 2-1, Redport.
Yeah, you can see just what I was talking about there, J Clone being able to read that ball there. Really, that's a very decisive hit by him there. You know, he wants it. The nerves aren't at him. He wants this win, and I think that's what's going to go in their favor.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Immediately, a poor kickoff coming out from Solo and Sean. Sean following a little bit too close for his own comfort. And a little bit of miscommunication leads to J-Clone getting a good centre, and Ben Brown might be able to squeeze it, but then he's not. And Solo again bumping Sean more. Really a lack of communication coming out from Satanta Redport. I think it's going to really hurt him in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. I think Big Balls Brown, a very chill player. J Clone, a very chill player. Really easy to play with. Solo definitely can get a bit tilted. I haven't talked to Sean Moore, so I don't know, but I know they have had issues with comms in the past. So my favorites here are the Gales for this game, especially with the 3-1 lead. I don't think they're going to make as much mistakes to lose the game.
Definitely a 3-1 lead, and the only goal Satanta really got was, if I do say so myself, a quite lucky one that Sean Moore just bet Big Balls Brown, and Big Balls Brown at this stage just going in reverse, and he's getting past both of the challenges. Poor defending from Satanta. Jacobin immediately shutting down Solo's air dribble attempt. Solo, good chance, tries for that near top corner, doesn't quite find it, and Sean Moore once again overextending as that second man, just leaving them in a very, very awkward place. Very good bump on second man though, and Satanta with J-Clone with a wonderful recovery, able to get back before anyone else. J-Clone really putting in a shift in this match today, Redport.
Yeah, definitely. You can just see there, he must have called it. The comms must be good because Big Balls Brown knew he could go for that. He knew he could go for that back boost, and he trusted J-Clone to put that ball out to the side to give him time to get that back boost. So I think that's what's going to give them the edge here today, is trusting each other, having good comms, and just making those right decisions.
Definitely a good cross in. But again, J-Clone is just faster to the ball, and Ben might be able to put this one in. He does 4-1 Redport, minute and a half. Do you think there's any chance?
I don't think there's any chance. I think the likes of Solo and Sean Moore, I think they get a little bit flustered, especially on stream, especially in a final. I think this one is all in the Gales now. I think their confidence is going to pull them through this.
Yeah, thus far anyways, I don't think we've seen, if even a single mistake coming out from the Gales. Just a really dominant performance, just not letting anything get in their way. Again, we see good comms, a good touch out to the left by Ben, a good follow-up by J-Clone, but it does drop middle after shot 50, and Solo misses that corner read that could have been 4-2. I think that's the second chance he's had this game that he's just struggled to put away. But I think Solo may just feel a little bit more confidence when he's playing with Chuck Lamb rather than Sean Moore, I think, Redport.
Yeah, J-Clone definitely showing. I just think J-Clone has proven he is the best third man in Rising Star right now. He's come on the most during this season. Look at this area. Like, this is not something you usually see out of a third man in Rising Star. I just think Big Balls Brown and Aaron got really lucky with their third pick.
And there we go, Ben Brown, 5-1. 30 seconds remaining. I think we can call this game over and done with, as in the Gales even out the series after 4 games. Even out the series after 4 games. Heading into game 5, which of course will be a very interesting one, because whoever wins that will be heading on to match point, while the other will have to win 2 in a row. Solo again, go for the demo on J-Clone, doesn't quite get it. Sean Moore pops over Ben. Ben following back. Solo in his right hand side. Tries to center to Sean. Does get the center, and Sean Moore puts away. I think it's a good thing to be scoring goals near the end of a rough game. Gets that motivation going.
Definitely. That's a really being 5-1 down. That's a really good thing to happen to you. It might not be enough going into this 5th game here now. Into the threes, we've seen the Gales really kind of not show up for it. But I think after winning those 2 games here now, they're going to have momentum. They're going to have confidence. They're going to have better communications. They're going to be trusting each other a little bit more. I think game 5 here is going to be really, really spicy. I think it's going to be a close one.
Definitely game 5. I think Satanta may, if they keep that pressure up that they had in that initial Trees game, it'd be a very, very rough beat for the Gales. But I think the Gales got the hope for them now. Heading into this Tree series, they will be a lot more hopeful than they were at the start of the final, I think. And I think it will help them quite a lot. Head straight back into it at this stage. Aaron trying to get his work back in. He struggled in the first Trees game, as did this holding Gale save. J-Clone, again, a great sidewall read down Chuck Lama. Chuck Lama, a player that's impressed over the whole series. Solo pops it out to the right. Aaron, bad miss on his own ball. No one back in the net. Solo might be able to score this himself. He does. An excellent solo goal to start off.
Yeah, great play there from Solo. I think it was a little bit of an overcommit by J Clone as last man there. He might have thought Big Balls Brown might have been back, but I just think the comms weren't as good as they needed to be there. I think J Clone needed to wait for the ball to come closer to the goal, especially with Solo being such a strong ones player. That really showed him. Yeah, just a bit of a mistake there by J Clone, I think.
Definitely. Chuck Lama immediately good challenge into that corner. Solo gets a decent clear off Sean Moore's challenge. Following up on a J-Clone. Does beat both of them to the ball, leaving Chuck Lama a little bit isolated at the back. Chuck Lama does an excellent job. Get past two players. And it's an excellent shot from Sean Moore. And it's right in that far post, Redport.
Great. I think that was a great play there from Lama. I think that was all Lama there to get it past J-Clone, to know to put it to the left side so J-Clone wouldn't get it, to put it out into the middle. He's seen his two teammates were there ready for the ball. That's an all-star play. That's an all-star play in Rising Star, and that's going to win it every time.
Definitely. Chuck Lama really showing off his speed today. Some people may have doubted him throughout the season. He was struggling in league play, but as we went through the semis and the finals, he's really put on a show in every game he's played. And I think people will respect him for that. And I think he'll be moving up from a third round pick for sure next season, Redport, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. I mean, Chuck Lama been in a final, won a final last season. Maybe he'll win a final today. I think experience shows, and it's showing today.
Definitely. Solo. Maybe lacking that experience, but does have the mechanical ability to do a lot of things with the ball. J-Clone beats Sean Moore again. He's reading every single bounce off the wall, J-Clone. Aaron, up. Shot on target. Sean Moore has to get back. He does with an excellent save. Solo, great follow-up, putting him immediately back on the attack. Solo beats it, puts it near post. Lama doesn't quite have the boost he's looking for to get around that one. J-Clone following up in the orange corner. Aaron beats them all to the ball. It's a good touch, but Aaron can't get the second touch he was looking for. Solo takes his boost and Lama pops it to Solo. Solo side flips. Doesn't quite get the contact on the ball he was looking for. Sean Moore, great challenge. Ball bouncing midfield. J-Clone struggling. Misses that ball. Aaron follows up well. Gets a good double tap to get it away. Solo. Good communication. Takes the ball away from Sean Moore, but J-Clone's there to follow. Sean Moore bounces over. Chuck Lamb in a very awkward spot. Sean Moore to whiff. And that's 2-1 to Nick. Or, sorry, 2-1 to Santa. What do you think, Red? What really happened here? Just unfortunate mechanics, or do you think there was a lack of communication also?
Just a bit of unexpectedness, in my opinion. I don't think Chuck Lama thought it was going to hit the crossbar. I don't think Sean Moore thought it was going to hit the crossbar. And Big Boss Brown seen that, and I knew straight away that he was going to go up for that. He was going to get a good hit. Not the best hit, but Aaron was there to clean it up. Really good goal from Nigel.
Definitely. Solo pops over that first initial challenge. Sean Moore keeping that pressure on Ben. Ben gets it past him very well. Lama there to follow up a second man. Solo, third man back. Has to get a touch, which he does. A great clear. J-Clone very quick up to it. Lama booms it over. This might cause an issue as third man has boomed it over the crossbar. Lucky for him, first man Solo's rotated back and gets that clear edge to right. Sean Moore doesn't quite get the contact on the ball he was looking for. Does get it over J-Clone with the second attempt. Solo, great boost grab on Aaron. Solo keeping that pressure on the corner. Satanta have a lot of pressure, Redport. They're really struggling to get a chance on net. Do you think that's going to be a constant issue here today?
I do think so. If Nigales get a goal, I think it's going to be an issue for Satanta to win, because I think the two goals here have been kind of very fast counterattacks that they weren't able to get them. As I say, I think all of their goals have been a small bit of luck. I think all their goals have been a small bit of luck. But if Nigales can bring it back here, if they have any chance of bringing it back here, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell.
It really is, and that's just a terrible mistake from Aaron. Maybe just caught in two minds, rotating that near post instead of sticking to the back post like he should be doing in that situation. He's been caught out again by a lofted shot from Solo, and Solo, he'd be the happiest man on earth right now with that finish going in above Aaron. Lama, good challenge at the near post. At this stage, the Tanta just really need to keep their defensive communication in shape, and they should be able to take this one home. Solo doing a great job of just wasting that clock out, taking as many touches as he can, and that's a great shot for Sean Moore off an amazing bump from Lama.
Yeah.
That's 4-1 Redport.
Really good shot there from Sean Moore. Really good contact. Not something you'd usually see in Rising Star. I think Satanta have this one now unless they make an ungodly amount of defensive mistakes.
Yeah, I really find it hard to believe Satanta will make that many mistakes. Aaron. Again, Aaron just really struggling to fit in that rotation. That ball will go right under him for 5-1. Sean Moore is just finding every single corner on that net every time he gets a chance, Redport.
Yeah, I don't think I think there's a bit of a clash in play styles here. Big Walls Brown and Aaron both not really liking to play last man, so I think that's what's really getting them here today.
Definitely, we see Satanta with, I'd like to say, a dedicated third man in Chuck Lama. He really just lets his team do their thing, and he just sits back and just washes around that midfield, sweeps up any of the missing balls, and he does a great job of doing that every season. A very underrated player, sort of like a little a torment in the back, just lets Squishy and Gimmick do their thing, but he just sits back and clears up after them. Solo had nearly had a great finish there, but he's fortunate to hit the post and the crossbar. Shakelone doesn't quite get the touch, but Ben on his near corner gets dunked again by Solo. Nagale's just really struggling with the pressure as they double commit again. J-Clone and Aaron just really struggling with communication in most of the 3 series. Chuck Lama tries to get it under Ben. Ben does well to block that near post. 10 seconds on the clock. I think this game's as good as over, Redport. What do you think we'll have heading into Game 6?
Game 6 is... I'm not too sure. I probably think we're going to see Solo versus Big Balls Brown 1. I would imagine. We might have a 3s game, but it's hard to know. Whatever it is, Nagales are going to need to come out of the gates absolutely on fire here. They're going to want to keep pressure. Like, that just killed their momentum now. That whatever momentum they had, Satanta stole it off them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we will be fortunately seeing a 1s game.
Yeah.
The opposite of Game 4, and if I'm not mistaken, it was a 2s game in Game 4 that the Gales picked. So it will be a 1s game, and I'd highly take chances on it being Solo versus Ben, which would be possibly the most welcome 1v1 of the whole Rising Star season. It'd be a very interesting one to see.
Definitely. We saw it earlier in the league. Big Balls Brown beating out Solo. Really you could see he was a really confident, really just a confident all-round ones player, well able to play with 0 boost, really well for him. We'll see if he can take it here today. I don't think Big Balls Brown feels nerves. I don't think he's that kind of guy. I think Solo does. That could go in Big Balls Brown's favor, but Solo has been playing a lot of 1s since. Big Balls Brown hasn't been playing a lot, so I think we're going to see a really good game here.
Yeah, very close here. Of course, Solo are really nothing on the line, Redport. 3, they're up 1 game, they're on match point. I think that'll be putting in Ben Brown's head. He's just thinking that he has to win this game. If he doesn't win it, that is the season over and they'll be finishing second. We'll see though, Solo. It'll be very interesting to see if he goes for mechanical or just smart ability here and just takes his time on his plays. Ben, a very well-played defensive player, doesn't get caught out too often. Solo in his own corner. Ben keeping that pressure on. Very little boost. Does get a great finish across the net.
Great finish. Absolutely great finish. I really think I even though I said Solo's been playing a lot of 1s, I don't think he comes up like players like Ben. Ben's gonna keep pressure. He's just gonna try and keep that ball in, so he's not gonna want to be playing defensive at any moment in time. And it's a very strange play style, but it works out. And Solo is just gonna have to be ready at any time for Ben's attacks.
Very unfortunate for Solo there. Very fortunate for Ben that ball just wouldn't go in the middle. Solo gets around it, but doesn't get the shot on target. He was backwards to give him a fair shake, but he couldn't really get it on target. He could have done a lot better in that situation, I think, Redport.
Yeah, definitely. I think that might have been a little bit of the nerves coming out. He can finish that just as he can finish that one. I think it's a level game. I really think it's a level game. Definitely a couple of pros and cons to both play styles here. It's really hard to call who's going to win this one. It's really hard to call who's going to score the next goal. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Solo, great challenge. Immediately putting the pressure on Ben. Solo, of course, I'd like to say a lot more mechanical than Ben, but Ben a bit more IQ in the game sense going for him. Solo taking his time in his corner. Ben again just smarter, Redport. Just like we were saying before, maybe not the mechanical skill, but a big brain to help him.
Yeah, you can see Ben just making that sound, just jumping, making that sound, getting that backflip to make Solo think he's on it, make Solo stay on the backboard, and Ben just letting the ball bounce, taking it into his goal. Just a really high IQ play there from Ben.
Definitely. Solo taking his time on the wall. Doesn't want to. You see Solo lacking the air dribbles, Redport. Do you think that might be the nerves? He doesn't want to risk anything. He's trying to keep it nice on the ground, and I think it might be hurting him really.
Definitely, I think Solo's going to play very safe here now. He doesn't. Solo is a man that likes to be as safe as possible. He doesn't like to take any chances. You're going to see Ben taking a lot of chances. Like it's just a clash of play styles here. I'm going to really enjoy the rest of this one's game for sure.
Definitely Solo. Pops it out to Ben's right corner. Taking his time, bringing it up that sidewall. Ben, good clear above Solo, but Solo does well. Still an 80 boost. Great boost management so far. Brings it across the net, but Ben is very quick back. Gets a great demo to ease that pressure off. Allows Ben to get that 100 boost, taking his time on the ball now. Nice control dribble. Doesn't get the flick that he was looking for. But lucky for him, Solo doesn't get to clear up field. Solo taking his time once again. Ben staying nice and far back, giving Solo a lot of time on the ball. Solo goes for the boost. Doesn't want to overextend at all. Solo, great challenge, but he's very unfortunate. That ball just will not pop middle for him at all. Solo again, turns around. Goes for the shot, does not make enough contact. He might be in trouble here as Ben counterattacks, and that will be 3-2 to the Gales, Redport.
Yeah, Ben definitely showing, as we've said, he reads the game very well. He has the speed. Solo definitely with a bit more mechanical ability, but Ben just showing that IQ trumps mechanical ability here now and in those couple of plays.
Yeah, most certainly Solo. Ben does fake his kickoff, but he doesn't fake it very well, and he leaves Solo with the boost and the possession here. Ben takes his time a little bit more on the ball, and I doesn't want to give it too easy, and Solo just goes straight under him. It's a poor play from Ben, Redport.
Yeah, just a bit of a mishap there. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Gave Solo both boosts. Went for the high 50, not something really you want to do with low boost. Yeah, maybe just the nerves getting to him a small bit there. Not much to say about it.
Definitely Solo. 3-all, 2 minutes remain. A very close one series. Not much domination coming out from anyone. If anything, Solo has a little bit more pressure. As Ben goes for a great demo. Does get that boost as well. Might be able to squeeze it in. He does. That's an excellent play by Ben again, Redport.
Yeah, just really high IQ play there from Ben. You can see just absolutely dominant in ones. Really good ones player. Taking out Solo in the most unexpected times and just really showing up now. No lack in confidence.
Definitely Solo. Once again winning that tip off. Out to the right hand side. Solo. Taking mid boost. Does get the 50. It will drop. Will he be able to read it? He does. 4-all Redport. The mechanical ability helping them out there with that read.
Definitely. You can see Solo's been... he knows how that backboard falls. And that helped him out there. A lot of people wouldn't have been able to hit that, but Solo will hit those.
Yeah, Solo, maybe not being the most consistent person. He's getting demoed quite a lot, and he's really struggling with that pressure from Ben. But I think he will be able to edge this one out if he just keeps playing the way he is. He's doing very well in attacking as he has 0 boost here, and Ben goes for the pop around him, but Solo does very well to pop it just right past him. Ben taking his time, swings it around. Midfield with possession. Going for the flick, doesn't get it again. Ben really struggling with flicks today, Redport. Think that'll be a bad thing with the minute and a half remaining?
Yeah, it can do because you can see a failed flick can put you into a really bad defensive position. But Solo just making a mishap there, making it really easy for Ben.
That's a very poor decision from Solo. He really just mishap on his drift. Just couldn't get around it enough. We really just underestimated or overestimated his drift and how close he was going to be able to turn on that ball. Solo, 5-4 down, minute 20 on the clock. Solo's still the hot favourite coming into this match, but he's really struggling to find his form, with Ben being very well to stop his mechanics in most situations. Solo going for that cookser pinch, doesn't quite get the contact to look for it. Does go upfield though. Ben, great 50 on Solo. Pops it over him. It should be 6-4 Redport, which it is. 55 on the clock, 6-4 Ben.
Yeah, absolutely great. Like, we've been talking about Solo's mechanical ability all game there, but that's absolutely amazing there from Big Balls Brown. Really, as I've been saying all day, something you wouldn't see in Rising Star, but what a pop by Big Balls Brown there to get it over Solo. A really good decision, usually very good decisions. Solo really makes good decisions usually, and that was probably a good one in his mind, but Big Balls Brown definitely just trumping him there with that amazing pop.
You see Big Balls Brown there calling his bluff on that fake. He did not get faked one single bit. He did not pre-jump it. Solo in his own corner under pressure, and we see another demo coming out. Big Balls Brown really just with that physicality going into the 7-4 lead with half a minute remaining. Redport, is there any chance?
It's hard to know. Solo can pull anything out of the bag, but against a player like Ben, Big Balls Brown, it's really hard to bring back a 3-goal lead with 30 seconds left. Solo's going to have to make an absolute miracle here.
I just say this here. We see Solo. I don't think he's gone for a single air dribble in any of the series today. That may be the nerves that we were talking about start of the series. Solo, not the most dominant player usually on stream, and I think that's really calling him out today in the finals. He was very mechanical skilled, but he has lacked that mechanical edge that he's had over most players, apart from the speed department so far today, wouldn't you say, Redport?
Definitely. Just a bit of I think Solo definitely getting the nerves get the better of him in most situations, especially in situations like these, and Big Balls Brown just confident. You know, RLIS is a game to Big Balls Brown, you know. So he's just got that mechanical ability. He has enough mechanical ability to complement his IQ plays. So really just a dominant performance there from Big Balls Brown, really showing that he can do it, you know. Now going into the trees, this is game 7, I believe.
It is game 7 for the win.
Yeah, to decide it. Nigale's really going to want to pull something out of the bag here. They haven't been dominant in they haven't shown any dominance in any of the threes games, so just it's hard to know what's going to happen, but Nigale's definitely going to want to play better now, calm better. It's going to be a good game 7, I think. Well, as the server goes down for maintenance. Oh.
A little bit of technical difficulties, but we'll continue on the topic of the 3 series. And I'd say right now, in most people's mind, I'd say it's 75% think Setanta will have this within the bag, Redport. Wouldn't you agree with that one?
Yeah, I would imagine so. Setanta definitely showing, like, you can see Solo, Sean Moore, and Chuck Lama. I would say most of their main game modes is threes. Big Balls Brown, I'd say he'd be more of a 2-as-1s player. Aaron, definitely more of a 2-as-1s player. Jay Clone, definitely mains threes, but as a third round pick, you can't rely on him. I really think they're just going to want to bring good comms if they want to have a chance. Like, the comms are the main thing here now. They're going to want to have those back post rotations, which we haven't seen a lot from them. They're just those are the 2 things they're going to have to bring in if they want to beat these guys.
Definitely. Heading into game 7, the all-important match. 3-all on each of the teams. The Gales doing a wonderful job to get the comeback after being 2-0 down. Big Balls Brown pops that in midfield. Aaron, big clear out to that left corner. Chuck Lama meets that. J Clone taking his time, pops it off back, going for the double. Solo meets it after a poor miss from Sean Moore. Aaron, Chuck Lama with a great dunk immediately on top of Aaron. Chuck, staying close on that ball, doesn't want to give them any booster time. A bad miss by Aaron again. Do you think that the lack of consistency from Aaron is going to be a bad thing today, Redport?
Definitely, Aaron looking to be, just as I said, Aaron definitely one of the attacking forces on that team, probably the main attacking force in a threes game. And if he's not consistent, they're not scoring goals.
Definitely. As I say that, Chuck Lama with a wonderful bump onto Ben Brown to immediately give Solo that open shot chance, and Solo puts it away in that top corner. Chuck Lama in contention for MVP in these series, I reckon, Redport.
Definitely. I mean, that's unfortunate. But back to what we were saying there, Chuck Lama definitely showing up in the finals. I mean, me and you have casted a lot of Rising Star games this season. We didn't see much of Chuck Lama during the season. We didn't see much great plays from him, much of anything from him. But really showing up here in the playoffs. We casted the semifinals there the last day. If Solo didn't carry, he carried. And he's doing it here again today. Really, really good player. Really solid third man for Setanta.
Yeah, definitely. Sean Moore, and again, just as I was talking about Aaron's lack of consistency, another terribly poor whiff. Just really struggling to find his place in that rotation as we see him again cutting that near post and then just driving backwards. I'm not sure really what's going on in Aaron's head, Redport. Do you think he's really struggling with comms, or do you think it's just his own play style?
I think it's a lack. I think he lacks a bit of positioning in threes. He gets lost a lot of the time, and he's not able to use that speed and mechanics that he has. And I think it's just a shame because it could make for a really close game here, but it seems like he's getting lost out here right now.
Definitely. Sean Moore immediately meets a J-Clone coming off that near post, got a great save on the far post. Aaron, once again, just caught a little bit too far in the middle, a little bit too far up, gets beaten to the ball by Solo again. J-Clone, awkward position. Ball out to Sean Moore, can he put it away? He cannot, just misses that near post he was looking for. Aaron, good drop down to Big Balls Brown. A great shot on target. Solo with a great save, Redport. Solo showing his mechanics off again.
Yeah, Solo just really showing like he's been playing in 1600 threes lobbies lately. He knows that those shots are coming. He knows that they can come, and he knows how to save them. So it's just really showing his experience there in high level threes lobbies.
Definitely. Solo tries to shoot. Aaron is equal to it. A bad double commit from Satan to leave an open there for J-Clone, but he just can't put it away. I think that really sums up Nagale's threes so far today, Redport. Just not that cutting edge that they're looking for in the other modes.
Yeah, definitely. They're missing something, and they don't know what they're missing. That's the issue here today. Now they've been playing well all league season, but when it comes to this final here, they just want to have a bit of killer instinct, and it's not showing today. Just a bit of a lucky goal there, I think, from Aaron. Just the lad's not communicating well there, but Nagale's not showing any killer instinct at threes, and I think that's what they're missing.
Definitely. We'll see one go away. Maybe it gives them a little bit of hope. But then again, it happened in I think both of the other threes game where they got a little consolation goal, but then they struggled to finish it up and get another one. Sean Moore immediately speedier to the ball. Pulls it out here. Sean Moore takes that boost again. Solo doesn't get that chance he's looking for, and J-Clone continues to move the ball to field. But as we look back, we see Ben and Aaron, and they both missed the ball. And it's Chuck Lama, the MVP contender himself, at that far post to put it in, Redport.
Yeah, just very bad miscommunication there. Aaron just should have been waiting at that back post in case Ben missed that ball. Just being a little bit too trusting. Not much communication there to say that Ben maybe not had that ball. Yeah, it's not looking good here for Nagales.
Definitely, J-Clone. Look, I'm not sure really what J-Clone's doing there, Redport. You see him like nearly under the crossbar.
Yeah.
Trying to jump up, but they just seem super duper lost in the trades. None of them really know where they should be. We see a double commit from midfield. We see J-Clone too far up. Aaron rotated now a little bit too far. And I think what's happening here is Setanta maybe not playing any better than the Gales, but they really are just, their rotation is just 10 times as superior to it.
Definitely. They're just, like you can see another double commit coming in there. Just, they're not threes players. And if they are, they're not showing up as threes players today. I think I think Big Balls Brown, Aaron, and Jake Clone. I think they're not thinking about how to get the ball in Satanta's goal. I think they're thinking about how to get the ball up into their side of the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're just, at this stage, they're just hitting the ball for the sake of it and just trying to hit as far as they can. See another miss coming out from Ben. Solo here. Trying to get the angle, but it's okay. At least pops it out into the corner, wasting out a little bit of the clock. Great challenge by Chuck. A minute and half a minute remaining. 3-1 on the clock. And Solo is up, and he reads it again. I think that might be it, Redport. 4-1-27.
I think that's it. I think you see a lot of pointless aerials coming out there from the Gales over the last 10, 20 seconds. I think in their mind they're done. And with 27 seconds left, 3 goals down, there ain't no coming back from that with that mindset.
Yeah, definitely. It's a shame to see. They're a beaten team. I think they were a beaten team heading into every Trees game, especially this one after losing the past 2. And I think they're really lost instead of Satanta winning this one, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. It's just a case of lost players. It's a case of lost players as they get a consolation goal there. But definitely, all I can see is 3 lost players in a Trees game.
Yeah, definitely. Satanta not doing anything spectacular, but getting them fundamentals in. And when they do get them fundamentals flowing, Satanta, a very good force to be reckoned with. Mull will be very happy with his team this season and how they performed, and I think he'll be very happy with the outcome. Immediately, 3 seconds on the remaining, a victory surprise coming out from Satanta as they do take home the Rising Star season. And an unbelievably good display, Redport, don't you think?
Absolutely, very. I think in this crew battle style league, Trees is still the main game mode, and the Gales just weren't able to show up in the Trees, and that's why they lost today.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right on that. The Gales just really struggling with anything in the Trees. What we'll do is, I think Solo is wanting a quick interview, so we'll definitely get him in here. We'd love to hear his thoughts. Of course, we had him in here last week. He had a great interview with us, discussed a lot of topics. He had a great discussion, and if I'm not mistaken, he did actually call that he was going to win 4-3.
I was just about to say he did call that exactly. He did call the 4-3 win. So great prediction there. Whether he meant it or not, whether he meant to be humble or not, just about, is not too sure, but he did call it. He did call it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, lucky for us, he is in here, so I will hop down there and we'll get a quick discussion with him when you're ready, Redport.
Yeah.
Hello, Solo. How are you doing, my guy?
Hello. What's going on?
Nothing much, man. It was a great series to be watching.
Sean's here as well, by the way, on a Redport.
That's okay.
All of us. Where's Lama? Where's Lama? Get Lama in here too.
We'll get Lama. Lama's a Spur player. But what we need to do first, just have one person talking at a time. We'll ask all the individual questions, I suppose. We want to do it this way.
Right.
So we'll start with you, Solo. Of course, a very good season overall, finishing out with a bang. The ones, I'm sure you'll be very disappointed, but luckily for you, the team came through and helped you out in the 2s and the 3s quite a lot.
Yep.
And what do you think? What do you think worked for you today? How did you manage to get this 4-3 win?
I'm really fucking disappointed that Aaron and the boys actually figured out our strat of me trying to avoid big balls brown in 1s for the first game. So fair fucking play to him. And that when I seen that happen, I kind of shit myself. I was like, fuck. Because honestly, to be fair to the man, he's an absolute savage 1s player. Like he's definitely one of the best 1s players in Rising Star, no doubt. So big respect to him for that. And overall, yeah, we just played really well today. It's fucking delighted. Absolutely brilliant series. I'm sure everyone watching fucking enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very, very close series, and every single game was a very exciting one to watch, especially the 3s, which was, I'd say, arguably your best mode. Wouldn't you agree with me on that one? So a very dominant performance.
100%. Literally, whenever we're together, we only ever play 3s. We never play 2s together, which probably isn't a great idea. But all that practice of 3s really paid off in the end, I suppose. So
yeah, definitely. And on to you, Sean Moore. How do you think you actually performed today in the series?
I was a bit annoyed with the 1s because I kind of main 1s outside of when I play 3s with the lads, so I thought I was going to do a lot better than that. And I saw Aaron, I kind of let my guard down a little bit, I won't lie. But yeah, I'm annoyed at that. But I think we played really, really well in the 3s. I was absolutely delighted the way we played in 3s. We're so used to, I think, playing together. That's the game mode we practice the most, like Solo said. So yeah, just really happy with that result. Couldn't be any happier.
Yeah, definitely. You want to be proud of that result. You really did show dominance today, all 3 of you. But we'll move on to Chuck Lama, as he just joined in the call here. A very,
How you
very
doing?
dominant display from you today, Chuck. Well, of course, I know me and Redport might have been giving you a bit of stick over the season, but throughout the playoffs, you've really put on a dominant performance and showed what you're made of. What happened? What's the
Thank-
mindset change?
There was no real mindset. I just put my head forward and played better.
You're just a clutch
just
player,
want-
is that what it is? Just clutching the jeans?
Ingredient for success, Llama.
That might be it, yeah. I think that's 2 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. First player to do 2 in a row. Must
Two
be
in
very
a
proud of
row,
yourself.
3 finals in a row. I'm very happy, yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, moving on to Redport, I'm sure he has a couple of questions to ask you here.
So
Go for it.
I'm gonna ask a solo question first. So when we interviewed you, I think it was earlier on in the week or last week.
It was like 2 days ago in the semifinals.
Yeah, semi-final.
Yeah.
And you predicted the 4-3 win.
I did. Yeah, I didn't know.
Was it to be humble, or did you think that was going to
no.
be?
Actually, no. It was actually legit. I guess because the Gales, obviously, they're fucking powerhouse, the Rising Star.
Yeah.
Like it's obvious through league play. I think they barely lost. They lost very, very few games of league play.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't. If I really wanted to be cocky, I could have told you yesterday, yeah, 4-0 sweep, no bother. But no, the boys deserve massive respect. To be fair, they're an absolute savage team.
Yeah. I don't really have any more questions, but I was just going to say to Lama, I tell you what, when I was sharing a cigarette with you outside Insomnia, I didn't think I'd be casting here for you today when you won the season 3 Rising Star. So congratulations to you all. I don't have any more questions, guys.
Well, I think we'll leave it at that. We'll let you go off, have your celebration. I'm sure you want to go say some questionable things to the Gales players and just really flex the win today. Well, anyways, guys, you should be very proud of the performance. Excellent display from all 3 of you. Couldn't have asked for a better
Thanks,
team to
guys.
cast, and I appreciate you guys playing.
Thanks, man.
Thanks so much, man.
In a bit.
All right, guys, have a great day.
Thanks for casting.
Yeah, no
You too,
worries, man.
Yeah.
All right, Redport, what a joy it's been casting this whole Rising Star season alongside you. Do you think it really summed up at the end for a nice climactic ending?
It did. It really, I think, the 2 strongest teams in the league came to the final. Like, a lot of times that doesn't happen, different seeding stuff, whatnot. But I think today the 2 strongest teams came to the final, and it's hard to say, but maybe the team with the strongest player showed up today. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I have to agree.
yeah,
Definitely.
so definitely been a joy casting alongside you this Rising Star season, and hopefully into season number 4 as well.
Yeah, most certainly. It's been a joy casting these games, really showing the performance difference from week 1 to the week we're in now. It just really shows how great Rising Stars change, and all for the better. I don't think we've seen one player decrease in performance this whole season.
That's for sure. For sure.
All right, guys, I all appreciate you joining us. Rock League Ireland. Everyone welcome. Don't have to just be Irish. Remember that. Everyone welcome in. It's all a big family. And I appreciate everyone watching the stream. And I hope to see you some other time. Have a good one.